It's Friday, and you know what that means. It's time for the last game for the Edinboro soccer team as they have their final game tomorrow at Seton Hill at 1 o'clock. And with 2 games to go, the Edinboro football team plays Cal U with a noon kickoff. I'll get right into football in a second. Of course, there was no preview video for the Slippery Rock game for the soccer team. I've been a little under the weather the last few days, but fine now. I'm in my room alone. Anyway, let's get right into football. So, the Edinboro defense forced 3 turnovers, and the offense rushed for nearly 200 yards as the Fighting Scots picked up a 24-22 victory over Seton Hill Saturday afternoon inside Sox Harrison Stadium. With the score tied at 14-14 in the third, the Scott defense forced a Seton Hill punt from their own 45. Jack Wagner took the snap and faced immediate pressure and was tackled by Wilfredo Diaz and CJ Waldier for the 13-yard loss, setting the Edinboro offense up at the Griffin 32. The Scots got off to a rocky start on the drive with a holding call on the opening play of the ensuing drive by a 9-yard pass to Isaiah Greer on 3rd and 16, and a Griffin unnecessary roughness penalty moved the ball to the Seton Hill 14. Isaac Bernard hit Tegan Brown with a back shoulder throw to put the ball at the 1-yard line, and Bo Swartz punched it in on the ground for his 9th rushing score of the season at the 7-minute 49 mark of the third. The Scots saw themselves backed up late in the third and they were forced to punt on their own 8. The snap was high, and Reed Martin was taken down in the end zone for a safety, cutting the Edinboro advantage to 21-6 with 2 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the third. Braden Lambert extended the Fighting Scots lead to 24-16 with a 8-minute 9-second to play in the game, connecting on a 32-yard field goal, capping an 8-play 67-yard drive that took 5 minutes and 28 seconds off the clock. Edinboro had a chance to extend the lead with 3 minutes 42 seconds, but Lambert's field goal attempt was blocked, giving the Griffins the ball back at their own 32-yard line. Seton Hill drove 68 yards, capped off by a Jake Cruz to Cody Rupert 13-yard touchdown pass, cutting the lead to 24-22. On the 2-point conversion, Corey Gross Jr. hit Cruz just as he threw to preserve the Edinboro lead. We did of course have Corey on the show that will be coming up. He'll talk about that a little bit this coming week on Tailgate Talks, so watch that. Gavin Ennis, of course, recovered the onside kick, and the Scots kneeled out the clock to secure the win. So very close game, let's just say. But yeah, so Edinboro rushed for 174 yards, led by 76 from Coron Robinson on 14 carries. Bo Swartz, of course, added 65 yards on 14 carries and a pair of touchdowns. Matt Carlisle carried 3 times for 23 yards. Bernard finished the day with 11 for 22 for 107 yards and a score. Brown hauled in 6 catches for 64 yards and a touchdown. Fredo Diaz was a force on defense, notching 18 tackles, 7 solo, 2.5 tackles for loss, including a sack to go with a forced fumble and a pass breakup. Tristan Waldier added 7 tackles, while Adrian Huevos tallied 6 stops and a forced fumble. The Scots also held the Griffins' explosive running back Kyron Craggett to just 63 yards rushing. Cruz threw for 312 yards on 17 of 30 passing and 3 touchdowns. Phillips was the leading receiver with 4 catches for 159 yards. Rupchik also caught for passes for 101 and 2 scores. Takari Boone was the lead tackler for the Griffins, making 10 tackles. The Scots return to action, of course, tomorrow with a trip to Cal, PA to take on the Vulcans. As we, of course, it is set for a noon kickoff, as we will discuss the results, and of course, with this game and soccer on Tailgate Talks. And let's move right into soccer. Math-wise, the Edinboro soccer team could still make it. However, the chances are not great. They need a lot of help from other teams, but looking at this game versus Slippery Rock, the Edinboro soccer team dropped a 4-0 decision to host Slippery Rock Wednesday night in Peacesack West action. The Rock got on the board in the 3rd minute on a goal by Sofia Palmero. In the 25th minute, Palmero converted a penalty kick to extend the lead to 2-0. Olivia Yoder made the score 3-0 in the 42nd minute, and the Rock took the lead into the break. Skylar McConas added an insurance tally in the 75th minute, and Kylie Cross paced the Scott offense, taking 4 shots, including 1 on goal. Sandra Malaiv took the loss in the net, making a save and allowing 2 goals. Kaylee L'Oreal made 5 saves in relief. The Scots close out the regular season with a 1 p.m. Contest at Seton Hill on Saturday. And then, of course, volleyball will be back in action next week. That'll do it for the preview here on the Tailgate Talks channel. Of course, sorry for the quality, not great. Not my quality, not great. The picture quality, not great. But I wanted to at least get this video out today before the games tomorrow. So, of course, what we like to say on this show, Roll Scots.